Bright and early, we return to the road and are on our way to Spring Valley State Park.
There are a couple of ways to get there, and we choose to retrace the road through Echo Canyon because it's just a nice scenic road.
Along the way, we pass Pioneer Rock, which features grease mementos of long-ago travelers. I wonder what it was like to come through here on a wagon train, looking forward to a new home.
There are a few clouds on an otherwise perfect morning as we reach Spring Valley and reconnect with Dawn Andone at the historical Stone Cabin Trailhead area.
The stone cabins in the area were built in the 1870s. We didn't have a lot of lumber, so they actually came and carved pieces of rock out of all of this volcanic tuff. The cabin itself is still standing today, but this stuff does erode. You can see the different layers and how the softer ones seem to be on top and those erode faster, and some of the ones on the bottom are a little bit harder, which is what the cabin's built out of. You can see the cabins are still standing today. So even though it does erode, and the cabins, you can see that there's been even some erosion on the rock that's in the cabins, it takes a really long time.
Makes for such a striking landscape. It's so beautiful, and the geology is fascinating that you can just look up and see the different layers.
It looks like a sculpture.
I see a bunch of noses.
Noses, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool.
Oh, cool little rocks and stairs.
Stairs that were carved into the rock. Now these have been here for a while.
It's like a living museum.
The reason they call it Spring Valley is because we have so many springs around here. It's said that when the settlers came, that they counted over 150 springs in one day. And you can see we've had a lot of water through here this year. We're right in the middle of the trail.
Well, we talk about the power of water, and this is a great visual to show you. Just from drainage, you can take your trail and wash it away.
We are on the way up to one of the springs that fed this area. And this particular spring feeds the stone cabin. It did back in the 1870s, and it still does today. We actually use the water from the spring up here to irrigate all the trees and stuff that are down at the cabin. Okay, we're actually gonna walk up to the spring. The trail continues this way, and we're gonna come back and go that way. Now we're getting hailed on. But we wanna get up to the spring just so I can show you where it is.
Well, you know, it's Nevada. The weather's going to change
Every 5 minutes, right?
about another quarter of a mile, yeah.
So here we are. This is where life happens. So here is the spring.
Oh, right here.
Wow.
We fence it off so nothing can get into it, but
And no one.
especially, and no one, yes,
So then there's piping here.
right.
How does that work?
So now we use this to actually irrigate all of the plants and trees that are down at the stone cabin today. And so this runs underground, and then it comes out a little bit there, and then it just follows all the way down, and you saw the little waterfall as it came over the rocks.
Yeah, and this is one of 150.
So now we're going to continue up the trail so we can get a better view of the rocks, and then get up on top and get a little bit better view of the valley below.
Cool.
As the ground gets wetter, the footing is getting a little slippery, so we pick our way along the wash.
But so you can see now that we're on rock, the trail's not going to wash out.
Yeah.
It's very solid now underneath our feet.
And this is the tuff.
We're actually walking on the tuff, yes.
It's not a tough walk. We're just walking on it.
It's coming down pretty good now.
It's getting a little chilly up here.
Yeah,
And we got the wind in our face now, too.
absolutely, because it's coming up through the valley this direction.
What a difference a few steps makes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we're probably not going to make it all the way to the top. I think we're going to have to turn around.
Probably a good choice.
What a view, though. I mean, this is a great spot to stop.
And those outcroppings over there are just amazing.
Yeah.
And this is a beautiful valley view, too.
Hamblin Valley is out that way, and it is said that supposedly Butch Cassidy's gang had out there at one time. So there were rustlers all over here, you know, cattle rustlers, horse rustlers, thieves, and, you know, they say Pioche was the wildest town in the West.
Yeah.
So.
Well, right now, what's wild is the weather.
Weather,
This
yeah.
is, yeah. All right, let's get out of here. We rush back to the trailhead and take shelter in the stone cabin.
So we are actually in one of the original cabins that was built in the 1870s, and this would have been one of the little ranch houses.
It's a much more finished structure than I expected on the inside. I thought it might be a little rougher than it is.
Can you imagine living in a house that was this size and this is your whole house?
I think my first apartment
Actually,
was this size.
Now I think about it, so was mine.